Hey Virgos! I hope you guys are doing amazing. Happy Friday. I hope something special happens for you today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's see the reason why God brought you here today while we tap into your energy fully. I just feel so drawn to do Virgos today, and I've been so MIA, okay? But life. That's all I have to say. Life. And y'all understand exactly what I mean. I know you do. Anyways, okay, let's just get to God and Spirit today. Let's get to your spiritual team, Virgo. Whatever the energy will bring today, what is it that needs to be brought to light, right? That's what we do. We bring things to light. We bring the truth. We bring the awareness. We bring the guidance. We bring the reassurance. With this what we do as the philanthropist that I am. But I love it here. Okay, I love being what I am, and I love doing what I do. And let's just see what this energy is bringing. I know I just heard the word glory, 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 hallelujah. Oh, something. Somebody likes to sing. Somebody just like, it doesn't even matter if you sing like an entire song, you just sing little like verses here and there because you just feel so aligned with that verse at that moment. Just singing. It's good. That means you're aligned when you're singing like that. You could be singing at the grocery store, singing in a line at the gas station, or wherever it is you have to go. But you know what I'm saying? Even if it's at work, you're doing something for work, maybe you're a delivery person or something, you have to wait in the line till you have to get up to the front. You're just sitting there listening or jamming in, or just in your sense, you're not listening to like anything outside of yourself. You're listening to your inner thoughts, which are just, jamming out and feeling good. Feeling good. Like I should. Something about the neighborhood, but something like, in a sense, it's just, you could even switch up the words here and there, Virgo. You're just jamming, you're just having a good time. That's the energy I'm grabbing. That's what's coming. I'm grabbing that because that's actually really, it's motivational. It is. It's something that actually motivates, and it makes me feel inspired by your ways of inspiring yourself. It's beautiful. It's aligned. I love it. And I really want to pull in all the aligned energy. I'm not trying to cancel anybody out, but if I see that, like, that's the energy I'm like gravitating towards. You guys are really seeing like vivid colors. Like, the colors are just so much more vivid than they've been. It's kind of remembering, like, you looking at your past, like remembering when you were a child, how everything was just so like new and it was so pretty and colorful. And once you get older, you don't really notice that as much, right? You don't put much attention because there's too many other things going on. You're stressed out about this, there's people complaining about that, there's this and that, right? All these low vibrational like traps that seem to be set everywhere. But yeah, but I feel like the higher you vibrate, the more aligned you become, the more you sing, the more you do your little dances or whatever it is you're doing that's making you feel so good. Yeah, the more vivid things become, because you're finally noticing again the beauty that actually does surround you. You're not seeing things in a depressed state, you're actually seeing things in a very vibrant state. Which I just got the chills all over my body. So, whoo-wee. Holy mackerel-lee. that really is feelings of like ascension. So it's beautiful. There's upgrades happening in your life. You're actually allowing these upgrades to make you again. And it's a lot of change. Yes, it's so many things that are changing because the stress is lifting. Yeah, oh man, I got the chills again. The burdens are just clearing away. Everything is just really starting to feel more beautiful every day. More light, more airy, less complaining. The energy you choose to focus on is really attracting beautiful, abundant flow. Like, I'm just like, whoo, whoo, Virgo. You guys are really getting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's real feelings of like your union with your higher self. That's you're so compatible right there. Like the compatibility with yourself right there, the union with that is it's complete alignment, like where you're needing to be. I love it for you. I really do. Yes, most of this reading was gonna be tarot, but I immediately channeled into the fields of what's going on in your energy field. So I channeled into the fields of your field energetically. Okay, like all these birds, all of a sudden I was looking outside this whole entire time, just looking out there, channeling these energies, and now all of a sudden there's birds flying all over the place. Birds flying. maybe that's real. Maybe that's like real significant. And you could be flying, you could be getting on an airplane, going on a vacation, going to a work trip, you could be going to see family, something like that. But yes, birds are just more free spirited and vocal, singing, doing their own thing. They know the world's watching. They know the world's watching, and they still don't act like it doesn't even matter to them. They just go ahead, do whatever they want to do. They even poop when they want. They don't care, right? Like whatever comes natural at that point. That's literally what the feeling is. It's all natural. All natural. Oh goodness. And you may be feeling really good. If you're feminine or females, you guys are just really feeling natural. Maybe you don't really want to put that much makeup on, or like if you did use a lot, you don't use as much anymore. You just feel more like, I feel good in my own skin. I feel good with being who I am. I feel like, you're seeing more of your own, like you are seeing the beauty in who you are and how you were structured and how you're put together. You're even starting to appreciate it more. That's really good. All this energy I'm feeling is magnetizing. I just want to pull some messages. I love you, beautiful, from a divine masculine, a feminine. Will you please talk to me and open up? I know everything. I just want to hear from you. Well, masculine does say, I love you, beautiful. Maybe that's all they say. It's like behind this I love you, beautiful, there is so many more things, but this is just something like, I just want to reassure you. The masculine just wants to reassure the feminine. That's what this is. I just want to reassure you I do love you. I know you want me to open up. I know you want me to say all these things, but I don't want to burden you with my problems. I don't want to stress you out. There's so many other things that go on all the time, and you seem to have so much other things going on in your life. I don't want to add to that. I just want to see you be happy. I want to see you be glistening, like you're that diamond. You are exactly what I fell in love with. I don't want to harm that diamond. I don't want to harm that beauty, that glory that you have within you. That's something that gives me motivation to keep going. Even through the stress that I'm going through, you give me motivation. This is what this masculine holds behind. It's just they don't want to burden you with all their issues. There's so many other things, but they're trying to deal with it. They're trying to take accountability, responsibility on their own, doing their own thing here with this masculine. They're just not trying to burden you with all their little issues right now. They're working on insecurities. They're working on conditions. They're working on releasing. They're working on building on their own strength. And this has been, it's taken their energy and taken their time, but it's been needing to happen. And I think they know that now. They know that now. They don't want to put it on you anymore. There's so many things that they want to communicate to you about, but they're tired of the same patterns repeating. They don't want that to happen anymore. They want to change it up. They want things to be different. I love you, beautiful is the one thing that they can give you that they know is for sure and what is true facts. Until they get it all registered in their brain, then they can come with a more mature, way of handling things. Then they'll be able to tell you the things, and they'll be able to not tell you or complain to you and make it seem like it's your problem, like you're the one to blame. Like if somebody, there's the throat chakra clearing, like trying to clear, but something definitely was blocked in there. This masculine knows that the stress that they deal with when they're angry, they're not just angry at the person it happened with, they're angry at everything around them. So if you try to communicate, the feminine tries to communicate to this masculine, they end up just making things worse because they're in a negative mind space. They're not thinking in a healthy way, and they're just projecting all that anger outwards, which is harming the feminine. And this is something the masculine's trying to take responsibility for. So that's exactly what this conversation is about. But yep, that's exactly what the masculine would like to say, but they're coming in to handle it in a way more mature way. Okay. Family members have been really missing the collective, Virgo. They miss you. They want to see you. They want to spend time with you. Your family members, because you've been going through so many things, you've been clearing so many spaces. I know that maybe there is this sense within you that could worry that you being the more authentic version of who you are, it might scare these people away. I don't know if that's the truth. I mean, of course, we all like to think things, but I'm going to tell you that everything we think isn't always the truth. The thing that I can tell you, you want people to love you for you unconditionally. If there's any conditions with that love, there should be no wanting that person to love you at all, because that's not love, that's control. You don't want controlled love, you want real love. So I see this happening with you. You may spend time with people, you'll be open, you'll be even making better connections with these individuals. Even if you've already had really close relationships with them, you will be able to open up your heart in ways that they never ever have seen or heard from you, maybe even in a long time, but you're going to be able to say things to these individuals that are your family members that you could finally spend some time with or see. You're going to be changing their heart. You're going to be changing their minds, because you're going to be coming from a very open, loving space. Anybody that were to come around me with this energy that I'm feeling right now from things we've already tapped into, I would be so accepting. I would be so harmonized. I'm already now, like, that's why I'm so, like, in comfort. You guys really give that vibe. It's a really gracious vibe, If you want to be greedy with it, go ahead. I guess it's your vibe, it's your choice, really. Not my choice, not my concern, I love it, because if you do, you spend more time around individuals that need it the most. They don't even know they need it. They don't even know they need it. But they miss you, so they know they need something from you. Something from you. And that something from you isn't even going to have to be an item or buying them something or, making them something or anything. It's more or less you just showing up, you and your present energy. You just being there. Your presence is really what's going to count for everything. Even if they're mad at you or had some kind of resentment or whatever, they still miss you. There's something about you they miss, and they know it, and it's just that energy within you. But it's better now. The energy where you've gone through so many releases, you've really conquered more self-control, you've activated your superpower about yourself. Now and you're more aware, you're more wise of how to generate the energy and make it resourceful. So I love this for you, because this is exactly what all my hopes and dreams are for every soul across the board. I want everybody to feel this way. I want everybody to feel good. I want everybody to feel light. I want everybody to feel peaceful and happy and secure in their own form. And you have a way of making this happen with anybody you show up around or be around or talk to, communicate to. Any energy that you share with any other individual soul, it is beneficial. Let's see. Ladylike behavior, polite, dignified, graceful. This feminine energy is very ladylike, very graceful. You can cuss and still be graceful. So don't count yourself out if you don't think you're ladylike just because you cuss or something. It doesn't matter. If you have this polite behavior, you know how to show up in a crowd and still be yourself, but there's morals to that too, right? I can still be me, but I'm dignified in who I am. I know my worth and I know my value, so I'm gonna be confident in the things that I show up in. But I don't have to. I can't. If I cuss a lot, I can watch my mouth. There's things like that. But when the right times are to cuss versus to not. That's me. Like on my YouTube channels and doing my business work and stuff like that, I do not have to cuss. There's no need to. Okay, I'm not canceling anybody out. There's people that do not like cussing, and I totally can respect that. Okay, but that's how you feel too. That's the whole point of being ladylike. You can cuss all you want anywhere else, because it's your freedom to do so, right? We all have the First Amendment, right? In the sense of speaking how we, whatever we want to say. But as long as we're decent humans and respect others, because we want respect in return, correct? That's that energy. That's that ladylike behavior. Like, you value yourself enough to know that others should also be able to value themselves and value their environments as well, because they're putting themselves into an environment, so that they value themselves enough to put themselves into an environment that they value. You wouldn't put yourself somewhere in it that you didn't value. If you did, you didn't value yourself enough. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of the patterns we see in people. But they're healing, they're working on it, they're wherever they need to be for whatever lesson they need to learn. And if they need to take a little bit longer in that cycle, it's okay, because guess what? That's just that's the way they learn. That's the way they learn, and it's all in God's control for other people to do what they got to do, right? And this is all I've been preaching, all I've been teaching, and I love the fact that you guys are the ones to prove that it's working. I love it. I'm stoked for you guys. You guys are doing a beautiful job at just living your life gracefully. This is definitely confirmation from God. Yes, this is all around a confirmation reading. I guess I'm gonna have to put that on the title because it makes no sense, right? A confirmation reading that you are aligned in every aspect. You're doing your duty. You're fulfilling it. You're fulfilling the purpose of your divine plan. Virgo, so proud. You got the devil coming through. You see the shadow sides, but you choose to live in the light. You choose to live with love. The Queen of Pentacles in the reversal. There was a lot of individuals that try to keep you in these shadow aspects in the past, okay? And then the Ace of Pentacles is on the bottom. I love that because this is exactly what this negative energy here that you gave to God, all this here, that you were carrying for so long, all those burdens, all that anxiety, all that worry, all that concern, all that questioning, all that confusion. Ace of Pentacles, brand new beginnings. Secure ones, by the way. Secure ones. Yeah, healing the scarcity from the past. Transmuting the energy and bringing in abundance flow. Really good thing. Like, more or less, this is physical, like, health. In a lot of ways, it's like wealth and health physically, but if you really want to get technical in the spiritual Ace of Pentacles, it's really bringing in these spiritual secure activations. Like, the activations that you've activated are now securely activated, so there's nothing that will be able to turn them off or make them fade away. Like, you literally have grasped them, you've understood them, you have mastered them. That is like, it is a card of mastery in the spiritual for the Ace of Pentacles, because if you were to think of a spiritual energy having a sense of mass to it, you secured that purpose within yourself. The Ten of Wands is in the reverse underneath that. The Ace of Pentacles, that is the burden that you have released, all of them, specifically the entire burden, that all the burdens became weighing on you. The Queen of Swords, Libra, Virgo. You got Capricorn twice, Sagittarius twice. You got also Taurus. And Virgo's also part of the Ace of Pentacles. Then we got Libra, Virgo. We're in Libra season, and Virgo, this is the Queen of Swords energy. And I don't know, this is more or less you guys have stepped into your power, your truth. You're able to speak up and say what you need to say. You can be cutthroat. You know how to show up with respect for others, because you have nothing but respect for yourself. You love yourself unconditionally, so it doesn't matter if others love you or don't. The Queen of Swords really is very communicative, problem solving, helpful. Like, they're also very, like, if you really needed a real opinion about something that you knew you like a color for your house, like you really couldn't decide on two or whatever may be, this would be the person to ask. They're blunt about their honesty, like this. There is no beating around the bush when it comes to the Queen of Swords. And then Six of Pentacles is in the reversal. This because, yeah, you became the way you became, but you were supposed to always be this person anyway. But you have more loving intentions behind it now. You feel a lot of anger, resentment, way that people made you feel would hurt your feelings. Now you're like, it doesn't hurt me because I know you're hurting. You're just trying to hurt me because you hurt. So, you don't have to take it personal anymore. That the Six of Pentacles in the reversal is the disrespect that you did receive from people in the past. You would try to reciprocate. You try to give love and try to get it back, right? You try to be like, well, if I'm giving, I should be receiving. But there was so much lack of receiving in the past that you had to take it upon yourself to do all the things that we had went over just to get yourself to this glory point, this beautiful glory, hallelujah. Yeah, because there's a lot of runs of bad luck, people lying, people, breadcrumbing, all those things, right? The Knight of Pentacles is here. It's definitely the Leo Virgo's energy where you had to be slow and steady, work the way you needed to, build your soul family. Literally, Six of Swords is moving on from the past, right? You had to let go of all of the deceit, the injustice, the Four of Swords in the reverse. You had to heal from that. You had to learn to love yourself. You had to find the love with the soul family. You've had to share the things from what you've experienced. You've had to, learn new things, learn new ways. And now you are moving through all of the new. The Nine of Cups in the reverse is on the bottom, and it gives me like where you were not being fulfilled in the past, your wishes were not being granted. You would just, it finally, it hit you, you realize there's something not right. There was something not right, and that devil means the most. Somebody could have been holding you back. You got Judgment. Guess what? That's Virgo too, as well. So, yeah, something was just holding you back, really. Temptation, addiction, obsession, people's control systems, people's wanting other people to always do what they wanted them to do instead of letting people, live and let live and all these things. Specifically, the Judgment card, self-reflection. You got to go in deep. And that means that's why your family misses you so much, because you definitely isolated. You went into like hermit mode. You had to reflect. You had to go in. You had to soul search all these things, It's deep inward energy that you had to find out what was going on. There was something wrong. And you're a Virgo, so you need like a sense of perfection. And you realize that perfection doesn't come from exterior things. It comes from you inside and how you feel about yourself and your mindset being clear. Right? I hope that this helps you. This was a divine reading. It really was. Thank you for allowing me to be the guidance speaker of this beautiful divine reading. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and have a great Saturday and Sunday too.